And in this tutorial I will show you how to change the length of scene. So by default the length of scene is 4 seconds. It's the same for every scene in preview video scenes and in empty scenes. You can make the length per one scene up to 10 seconds, and I'll show you now just how to do it. So let's say you are in your final scene 26 final with our lion, and you have made all the changes you plan to do. Now you know that you need this scene to be 6 seconds long. There are two places you need to make the changes to keyframes. First one is in final scene, where are camera keyframes, and I will show this to you first. So there is a shy button here in upper row of timeline. Click on shy button. This reveals the null layers, which are the parents of cameras. So of course you can only move this null. For example, now we have camera left, which one we use here, and its parent is null 10. But maybe it's easier for you to just grab all these last keyframes, go to 6 seconds, and drag it there. If you hold down Shift when dragging, then it snaps to the right place. Okay, and then you should put the end also here. End of the scene, end of the working area. By pressing N, you can mark the end of work area. So the necessary change is made in here. Now you can again click on shy button, so it hides the nulls. It's much easier to look at the layer order then. And the second place where you need to go for changing the duration is scene 26 base, or whatever number you are working on. Scene 10, for example, base. And here are the displacement keyframes, 3D effect displacement. So if you use displacement, then you need to move these keyframes. Just to be sure, if you change the length of scene, go and move these keyframes, because otherwise, if you decide before rendering that yes, I want to use displacement, and you have not moved the keyframes, it will stop before your new scene end. Now go to first layer, foreground controls, press U, and here are the keyframes. So take again these last keyframes, and we have our marker cursor here on 6 seconds. Drag them, hold down Shift, and they snap to the right place. So this is all you need to do for changing the length of duration. Of course, before rendering, go to Final. This is the final scene where all the scenes are stacked here and placed in time. You can change the order most easily this way, that I suggest you write down the order you want to use your scenes, on paper. It's easiest. And then let's say you want the first one here to be 26, not number 1, but scene 26. Then you select both, here one in timeline and the one you want to use in project window. Then hold down Option or Alt and drag it here, and it changes. And we are somewhere else with our But if we go here to the first one with the cursor, then you can see it updated. Okay, let's do once more. Let's go here. Now we have our scene 1 here, and we want to change it to 26. Hold down Option or Alt, drag, release, and then you have it here. Okay, the same way you will arrange all your scenes in final rendering composition. And if we zoom in a bit in timeline, the markers are on 4 seconds. But you can of course go to 6 seconds as you made your last scene and move all the scenes, because this modular structure you can use the scenes as you like. Maximum time per scene is 10 seconds. And the last thing, if you have made any other animations you created yourself, for example in parallax composition, or some textures moving or textures changing opacity or whatever, then you need to change the keyframe animation duration also. You want to make a longer scene, you need to move your last keyframes.